before I went live today, it was reported Michael Waldron has been brought on to do Kang Dynasty. Michael Waldron was the creator of Loki. He created the show Heels that I loved that was canceled. Boo! Bring it back. And I believe he was working on already Secret Wars. So he was already in this conversation. So when I read this, I was like, wasn't he already in the mix? Didn't I already hear about this? He was already working on Secret Wars. And then they went, you're doing Kang Dynasty. So, what do I make of that? What do I think about that? There's a lot of different directions because there's been so many rumors circulating that they're not doing Kang Dynasty anymore. They're moving away from Kang. They're going to combine Secret Wars and they're going to do like this 2-part thing and it's not Kang Dynasty anymore. It's tough to know what's true because there's so many things being reported. What we do know, the director of Kang Dynasty left to only work on Shang-Chi and Wonder Man. The writer of Kang Dynasty is no longer on the project. And there's some sort of reshuffling going on. And now the same guy, Michael Waldron, is writing both Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, or Part 1 and Part 2. We don't know who the director is for either one of these. I don't think it necessarily contradicts the idea that they're reshuffling, maybe combining, maybe Kang Dynasty's out, but the idea is, in my mind, what I see, he is the guy doing both parts. A lot of people see Michael Waldron as writing this and they go, the idiot that wrote Doctor Strange 2. So he's credited writer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. A lot of people not crazy about that movie. Fair enough. I like the movie. I get it. It's all over the place. But none of us know what he wrote. This is, of MCU projects, this is the one that we know the most was tinkered with, fiddled with, that it was being rewritten constantly. One actress says it was rewritten 33 times. Elizabeth Olsen, not young up-and-comer without PR training. Elizabeth Olsen, her family is legacy by now. I mean, her older sisters were the Olsen twins. She knows PR, what to say, what not to say, can burn bridges. She did an interview where she's talking about, oh, that movie was fluid, and I stopped reading the script because it changed so much.
Then Doctor Strange, like, we know those films often are fluid, and it seems like this one was a bit fluid. Like,
so fluid. There's a point in making the movie where I just stopped reading drafts. I was like, this is just gonna change again.
I shot my parts. I went and did a different TV show, and then I went into a booth and I recorded dialogue to fill in all the gaps for how everything changed.
I did my voiceover work to make everything that I'd already done on camera make sense. That's how we did Doctor Strange. That one was a wild ride.
Haley Atwell said she did not know who was in the Illuminati when they filmed her.
So did you even know which characters were going to end up in that finished scene? Like,
I didn't. I think that they were, we did lots of different things, lots of different takes, and then they kind of, the way that they edited it was like, oh, suddenly just very quick.
There was a couple people there, and then everyone else wasn't.
Was everybody there when you shot your stuff?
No. John Krasinski wasn't there. Patrick Stewart wasn't there. So it was weird.
And she thought different people were in the movie than were in the film. This is a movie that, of all of them, had the most fingers in it. I've been talking about the Parliament way too much. This is the one where they were fiddling with it. The producers, the committee, they were messing with it the most. So I don't know what he wrote. And so being like, oh, that movie was crap. I don't like the way it was written. Well, you don't know what he wanted to write. What if draft 3 was awesome? So you write your first draft and you got to fine tune it. Okay. Get a couple notes of like, okay, now, and you write your third draft. It's the really good one. And then the Parliament was like, actually, multiverse is going to be huge. What have we brought in? We fiddled it. And they screwed with it. We don't know But what we do know is there were so many drafts that legacy child actor Elizabeth Olsen was like, I stopped reading drafts. There's not rumors out there of her being lazy, her being unprofessional. She just seems like totally professional person and openly admitted, I didn't read the drafts because they changed it so much. It was not worth my time to read the drafts. She said that about the movie Michael Waldron wrote that people criticize him for writing. So I don't blame him for what Multiverse of Madness turned into. I blame the people that hired him. Writers are hired guns most of the time. They're brought in to do what they are told. And they're given plot beats they have to write. And they're like, and if you have him write 33 drafts, you liked what he was writing, but you're not making up your mind. You keep changing it and then reshooting it and then changing it again and rewriting and reshooting it again. Everything about that movie was weird. It's not his fault. As far as we know. Maybe he wrote terrible things and the producers are terrible at picking, in which case this is still a mess. But it's more likely all the fiddling, too many cooks in the kitchen are what doomed that project, not Michael Waldron. So as long as they're doing this micromanaging, as long as he's generic hired guy being told what to do, I don't really care who's hired. When they get someone that they trust to write it and have freedom, then I'm excited. When I get some confidence that the writers group has sorted their crap out, then I'm excited. I'm not excited so long as I feel like the parliament, the writers room is just kind of spread too thin, trying to balance too many things, just juggling too many balls, spinning too many plates, whatever analogy you want to use. As long as we're in that mode, I do not trust whoever they write because I don't trust them. It's not the writer I don't trust, it's them. So Michael Waldron's just a name, just generic name to throw in there. It doesn't mean anything to me. You bring in someone that you can't just boss around, you have my attention. You hire a writer-director to do it, you have my attention. Generic writer guy hired to be a factory worker. I just can't get that excited for that. So anyway, that's my take on that one. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.